Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. Look what surprised me on my doorstep this afternoon. I had this huge delivery from Nars. Inside is the entire Laguna collection for summer. So first and foremost, a huge shout out and thank you to Nars for saving the day. I did peek inside and these products look incredible. So first let me go ahead and open it up and I will show you what's in this giant box. We have 9 different bronzers, including the new limited edition Paradise Found and a couple brand new shades. There are 4 powerchrome loose eye pigments, 2 oil-infused lip tints, and the Laguna Afterglow lip balm. I think I'm going to swatch everything first, and then I'm going to finish up my makeup for the day. But I can tell you right off the bat that a couple of these bronzers are a little bit too dark. They're just not going to work for me. And I hate the idea of rubbing my fingers in all of these and then never touching them. So instead of doing that, I'm going to show you all of them. And then I'm going to pick out 3 or 4 shades, no duplicates, colors that I know I will actually use. And I will only swatch those and then the rest I'll put aside for a giveaway. And to me, that makes the most sense. You know, if I'm receiving this PR, I want this video to be as beneficial to you guys as possible. And I think that's the best way to do it without being wasteful. First, let's take a look at the limited edition bronzer. This is called Paradise Found. And this is the original Laguna with a gold shimmer spray on top. And it smells like coconut. It truly smells like the beach. Now, if you do not like coconut or you don't like fragrance in your cosmetics, you're gonna hate this, but otherwise, it's incredible. The entire compact is beautiful, the mirror is huge, and I love that shimmer on top. So pretty. For the inline bronzers, we have 2 different formulas here. The original, which has a very soft, subtle gold shimmer, like the original Laguna, and then we have the new matte bronzers. In the original formula, lightest to deepest, we have San Juan, Laguna, Casino, Punta Cana. In the matte formula, lightest to deepest, we have Vallarta, Laguna, Samoa, and Kirimba. I'm going to go ahead and swatch this one first. I hate to destroy the beautiful design embossed on top. I'm going to swatch this right in the center. I'm going back for a little more. Anytime you swatch face powders, it's a little bit tricky because they are meant to be diffused on the face. So this is Laguna, the original. Next, I'm going to swatch Laguna Matte to see if there's a difference. Well, this is really interesting. Those matte bronzers have a really creamy texture. They're so soft to the touch, so they're easy to pick up. But you can see the matte Laguna looks way darker than the original. Next, I'm going to swatch Samoa Matte. It looks like matte Samoa has the same level of intensity, just a different undertone. Samoa is far more red. In the original formula, I'm going to swatch Casino. How interesting. The original formula looks more sheer. The matte bronzers are really pigmented. I wanted to swatch one of the lighter shades, so in the original formula, I'm going into San Juan. So that doesn't really show up at all. I can probably use this as a setting powder when I have some color. Not a bronzer. San Juan, Casino, Laguna, Laguna Matte, Samoa Matte. Next, let's take a look at these powerchrome loose eye pigments. I'm so excited about these. They are incredible. So when you open it up, each little jar comes with a plastic protector. It's very important that you hold on to this or else the powder inside is just going to go everywhere. The first time I opened this up, I thought it was a pressed pigment, not a loose pigment. That is a mistake you will make one time, but of course you don't want to lose all of your product. They're very flaky. The texture is really interesting, but when you rub it around, kind of smooth it out, you're left with this soft shimmer. It is so pretty. The first shade is called Castaway. The second shade is called Shock 'em. This one is even flakier than the first, but still so beautiful, and it has so much impact. This shade is my absolute favorite. This is Isla Morada. The very last deep bronze shade is Stricken. I can already tell you guys, these are going to be best applied with fingers or a flat brush, probably something synthetic. That way you can really pack on the color. Otherwise, they are going to fly everywhere and be really messy. I also think they're going to be a lot of fun to play around with when they're wet. The last few items in the box were lippies, so here we have the Laguna Afterglow Lip Balm. This looks really beautiful. I love this bronze tube. And then here we have the oil-infused lip tint in the shade Laguna. And the oil-infused lip tint in the shade Reef, which is more of a rose gold. I think this is going to be stunning on top of a nude lipstick or a pink lipstick. I like how the lip tints are a little bit more sheer. I just scooched in a little bit closer so you guys can see. The first step is to warm up the complexion. I already have my foundation, concealer, powder, so I'm gonna go into this limited edition Paradise Found. I almost don't want to mess up the shimmer, but I'm gonna go right on top. That way I don't pick up too much glitter. Okay. So pretty. And I haven't worn this bronzer in such a long time, but I remember years ago swearing by Laguna. I think everybody did. This shade truly is close to perfect. It's not too orange, it's not too warm. It's not too cool either. It doesn't look muddy. It just looks like the most ideal bronze. Beautiful. I'm very curious to see if this San Juan will show up at all on my skin. So I'm going to dust this on this side. Oh yeah. It does show up. Wow, and it's really pretty. Here, I thought this might be a setting powder. No way. It's not one of the mattes, but I believe this is one of the new shades. Very pretty. I'm just happy this shows up. The swatch was deceptively light, but this is really nice. And the shimmer is so soft and subtle. You really can't see it unless you're looking up close, even when I've built it up a bit. Wow. I need a little blush. Since it's a Nars video, I might as well use Orgasm. I think it would be a crime not to. You can just tell this blush is used and abused. It looks disgusting, but I love it. It's so pretty. Just perfect. It gives a tiny hint of rosiness. Really pretty. I really don't have a lot of Nars products anymore, but this is something I swear by. I will always have it. It's gonna take me a long time to run out, but when I do, I'll replace it, and I always think about picking up the other shades because I love it that much. It's just the perfect texture, great consistency. Now for eyes, I'm going to use one of my favorite tricks. So I picked up a fluffy brush and I'm going back in my bronzer and I'm just gonna buff this in the crease. I have all these bronzers on hand. It only makes sense to use them. I mentioned the matte formula was really creamy, but even the original that has a little bit of the gold shimmer to it, shimmer isn't even the right word. It's more like luminosity, radiance. It will be somewhat reflective, not shimmer. But even that texture is very creamy as well. With a smaller fluffy brush, I'm going to pick up Samoa. And this is going to go in the outer crease, outer V. I'm not sure if it will be dark enough, but I just want to add a little depth. Oh yeah. It works. Now let's play with these pigments. I already wet my brush and I'm using an old Chanel concealer brush. I almost always use this brush, but any flat synthetic brush would do. I'm going to be very careful. I'm just gonna... Shock 'em is the shade that's really flaky. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna take the lid and I'm just gonna work that into the brush. I actually just sprayed a little bit of my mist in there. I'm trying to create almost a paste. Ooh, wow. Still a little bit flaky, so you just have to be careful. I don't know if that's the look. It kind of reminds me of seashells, like when you go to visit the beach and you see broken seashells everywhere. Actually, you know what? I don't think those are flakes. I think they're little glitter specks. Wow, I didn't realize it was glitter. It's hard to tell because the pigment is just so shiny. On this side, I tried applying the pigment without re-wetting my brush, and it, kind of dried out a little bit, and it didn't work quite as nicely. So I think you want to make sure that you use a wet brush or a glitter glue, something that's really going to hold the pigment. Otherwise, it will flake. Now with this little precision brush, I'm going to wet this, and I'm going into Isla Morada. I have to try this on the eyes. I think this teal is just magnificent. This is mermaid makeup, truly. And Isla Morada is not that far away, so it feels geographically appropriate, if nothing else. I'm gonna try to run this underneath the lower lash line. There we go. Once you get it going, it's beautiful. So pretty. Now just for kicks, I'm gonna go ahead and open up Castaway, and I'm gonna try to pop that in the inner corner because I think this gold reflect will be really pretty. I just added eyeliner and mascara to complete the eye look for today. And I think it turned out really pretty considering I'm just playing around with these products for the first time. I love this blue. My two favorites are Isla Morada and Castaway. This is the gold that I popped in the inner corner and above the brow bone. I love that. Shock 'em, which is the shade that I applied all over the lid, is a bit flaky because it has those glitter chunks. And I'm just not really used to working with glitter, so I think I need to play around with that a little bit more. Kind of threw me. And I don't have glitter glue, I simply wet my brush, so as it dries down, I'm starting to get little flakes, little specks. Glitter is gonna be all over my cheeks. But the color is absolutely stunning. I'm excited to try this one. I don't think this has any glitter. In fact, when I swatched it, it was amazing. This, I think, applies the best with fingers. It just goes on smooth and creamy. It's beautiful. But these colors are summer makeup. The bronze, the blue, it's the sun, the sand. So summery, beautiful. Last up is lips, so let's try this Laguna Afterglow Lip Balm. Seems pretty pigmented. It's pretty. Ooh, I love it. I was afraid this was going to be really brown, but it's not. feels really good. And I think it looks really pretty. It gives you a hint of color. There's a little bit of sheen, I think. It's not even really shimmer. And you certainly can't feel anything. It feels smooth. It's kind of the perfect nude lip balm. And I don't have anything like this. I love it. I'm gonna put this in my purse right after I'm done filming. This is so pretty. Most of my lip balms, lip tints, are all pink, bright pink. Sometimes you don't want pink lips, you want nude lips, so I think this is really pretty. Now I'm gonna top that off with this oil-infused lip tint in the shade Reef, the rose gold. I think this is going to be so pretty. Has the slightest sheen and it's glossy and oil infused, so it's hydrating. I think those are really pretty. I wish I had lined my lips. Then this would have been perfect. But even without liner, I think it looks really pretty. But if you want it to be a little bit more sultry, a little bit more, then do a nude lip liner and then go in with that afterglow lip balm and then the lip tint. Wow. Feels really good though, both of them. That's a really pretty combination. What I love about this is I can still see my lips underneath. It's not so opaque. So it's kind of a pretty natural lip. And that is it. That is everything I have here to try. I love the loose pigments. I love all of the lip products. All of the bronzers are stunning. This is the epitome of Bronze Goddess makeup. I think they did a beautiful job with this collection. The only thing that threw me for a loop was that glitter. This Shockum pigment, I'm gonna have to play around with this a little bit longer. I'm sure I can make it work, but everything else was just pure perfection. And I'm so happy they extended the shade range of their bronzers because Laguna has been the one tried and true bronzer for such a long time, and it's great, it's beautiful, but it only works for a pretty small window of skin tone. So they really needed to expand the shade range. I think they did a beautiful job. I love that matte texture. It feels so creamy. I'm disappointed that I didn't try that on my face today. I will apply that the next time, probably at some point tomorrow. But even the lighter shade, San Juan, really surprised me pleasantly. It's beautiful. It shows up on the skin. None of these bronzers are going to be too light. I really think with the range they have now, there should be something for just about everybody. But that completes today's review. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, your questions down below. As always, I will be linking everything mentioned, everything on my face down in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.